everyone. Hope everyone's having a good start to their week. I thought I'd get in and do a collective reading for us, but yeah, firstly I wanted to say thank you to everyone that has sent me koha or like a donation or exchange or offering in any form, or even like sent me beautiful affirmational words in the last few weeks. I'm so grateful, and yeah, these offerings and exchanges really keep me going, so thank you so much. Also, yeah, we're in a new week, and so I guess what I have been feeling personally for myself, and what I have been noticing in doing readings and the collective themes that come up, because there are things that come up for all of us at the moment, there was a lot being highlighted surrounding surrender, really big change. In Auckland and Tamaki Makaurau, there's been like lots of winds. Oya's been around, or Tawhirimatia has been around. So for me, observing nature and looking at the signals that nature is giving helps us figure out what's going to happen and what's happening within us, and how we can align with those changes or shifts. And I guess Oya represents to me, yeah, relentless change and swift winds and uprooting of the old, and the sweeping away of death and things that are no longer are needed. Oya is a fierce protector and warrior as well, so strength and courage is something that I feel like within a lot of the changes some of us may be going through, that is what we're actually learning, and taking that strength and boldness and courage and channeling that into the things that we're trying to build within our lives, or what we envision for ourselves, or just moving forward into the unknown. Yeah, and because these themes had already been playing on my mind, I actually made a House of Afi potion. House of Afi is my space shelter where I play with herbs and oils, make potions and waist beads and prayer candles and everything that invokes love towards our ancestors and towards spirit. So I actually have made these potions, this potion that I have named Oya. This potion is to invoke courage. It is also for the mind space. So when I think of this potion, I think of purple. I think of connecting to knowledge, surrendering. I think of accessing that strength and courage in order to be able to move forward. This potion is sweet almond oil infused with lavender and thyme. I'm finding that thyme is super potent, or a super potent herb that we can work with to usher us into the divine timing of things. So yeah, if anyone's interested in that potion, I'll put the link down in the description. There's only 4 available at the moment, but it will be made to order after that. So if you're wanting one after it has run out, feel free to still hit me up or go onto the website, because it will just be up there. So yeah, change, surrender, big shifts. But I think these shifts are really positive for all of us, if we allow them to be. Otherwise, the other side of it is quite chaotic. A number that I think of, if you resonate with numbers, is also the number 5. So the shadow side of 5 is chaos within the change, and a lot of resistance as well. But 5 can actually be a number that brings wealth within the change, and wealth within the work and labor that we put towards nurturing that change as well. Yeah, okay, I'll leave that at that. Let's pull an animal card for our week and see what comes up. Mummies or Spirit, what guidance you have for the collective this week? We have the Seagull, Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Yeah, for sure. I definitely feel like Source is taking us on a bit of a journey to really step back this week and look at and observe our emotions from a higher perspective, and not even doing that just on our own, but doing that together with people that you know you can trust, with people that you know think from and operate from that space or that high vibrational place that you do, and that really is just being love. So really connecting with people that connect you to that space, and also that higher knowledge and wisdom. I also feel like Source is saying there are like so many ways in which we can navigate our healing, and I'm hearing them say freedom as well. So whatever that means to you or looks like to you personally, I feel like there's so much healing that can be accessed right now, especially when it comes to our mind. But that's quite a hard or difficult place to, or can seemingly be quite a hard or difficult place to rewire. I feel like Source is saying for us not to be intimidated by or feel restricted in resetting our thinking patterns. But that is something that maybe some of us will be asked to do this week. And yeah, take a look at things, especially our emotions, from a higher perspective. On the base of the deck, there's the spider. So that says, trust the creative spark. Oh, I can't read that. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. With the spider as well, I think of Anansi, and even Ishu, who is the god of the crossroads. But with Anansi, I think of trickster energy. And being able to take seeing a few things. I'm seeing that, I guess, sources and our ancestors are encouraging us to take the emotions and rewire them. So the things that we want to transmute and release in terms of like the shitty things, shitty things from the past, whatever thoughts or habits. I'm even hearing codependency, whatever things we are trying to elevate our way of thinking when it comes to being creative in the way that we do so and tapping into the trickster energy. So that would mean kind of tricking ourselves. I'm hearing Source say like tricking ourselves into thinking certain things. So that could also mean like faking something till you make it. Even if you're not feeling grateful, even if you're not feeling healed, or like you're going to be able to access the mental, emotional healing that you desire, speaking it over yourself anyway, or speaking the things that you are healed or want to be healed from over yourself anyway. I also see some of us like taking our emotions and playing around with them creatively. So going and delving into our creative pursuits, whatever that might look like, particularly writing. So some of us could be journaling or scripting, any sort of like writing, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like Source is telling us to channel it into our creativity. And it might be maybe even in the way that we write about our emotions or write about our thoughts is how it's transmuted. So yeah, whatever ways you resonate with writing or communicating creatively, tap into, I guess, that energy when it comes to emotional healing this week, especially in terms of altering the perspective. Okay. Source Spirit, what guidance do you have for us, the collective, this week? Source Spirit, what guidance do you have for us, the collective, this week? Connecting to breath is also really important. So remembering your inhale and your exhale, sitting with the emotion this week and allowing emotion to move through and using breath as a tool. Source Spirit, what guidance do you have for us, the collective, this week? Okay, that one too. Okay, we have the Outcast and we have Cardinal. Sorry, I'm shaking. Cardinal says, the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. So some of us could be moving out of trauma this week a little bit, or feeling a little bit triggered or isolated. But it just looks like some things just potentially could be out of balance. So we're really being encouraged to seek that balance. Maybe some of us aren't doing enough, having enough play, going out and communing with friends, or doing the things that actually make us feel good is really important this week. But balancing that out with our spiritual well-being as well. So making sure those two things are balanced is very, very important. It's interesting because there's 5 of Fire on the base of the deck as well, which means, yeah, there might be quite a bit of conflict that comes from this, but it's really important for us to like face these challenges head on and balance them out, because I think doing that will really allow us to access some new healing and emotional wealth, and maybe even allow some of us to step into new connections or partnerships or creative pursuits. But with the Cheetah at the base of the deck, it is super, super important for us this week to get clear on our intentions. So what is your intention? If you've forgotten it, remind yourself of it. Rehash your goals, your desires, whatever it is, and get clear on those things when moving forward this week, especially if you're feeling a little bit isolated or in this outcast energy, if you're feeling a little bit traumatized, triggered, not feeling super in your strength. Just come back to that intention and come back into balancing your physical pleasures with your spiritual pursuits. Well, this could even be your material pursuits. So some of us may be working too much and not allowing ourselves to rest, or could be the other way around. It's just about, yeah, remembering what your intention is, even when it comes to not just what you're trying to achieve, but also the well-being and nurture that you or we are trying to give to ourselves. Yeah, so I think I will leave that there for this week. I guess the big themes rehashing is emotional healing and going through that process, communicating with ourselves through writing, scripting, journaling, even whatever like communication is to us, I guess, naturally. Yeah, allowing ourselves to find some balance within our lives and really doing what we need to do to get a little bit more intentional or realign with our intentions. Yeah, I'll leave that there. I hope that brings some warmth and affirming to you, and I'm sending you so much love.